Thank you so much for taking some of your precious time to come and to listen to Life Signatures Radio. You found us in the middle of a series where we're talking about taking life for granted. The general topic is the 5 ways that money may or may not buy, 5 things money may or may not buy that we do take for granted. It's very instructive to find that when you lose something, that's when you realize how important it is. But when it's with you all along, you take it for granted. You just don't appreciate it. And we're living in a day and in an age where people seldom do appreciate what they do have. And in the series, we are learning the importance of taking some time and just being grateful for the things that you have going on. Because when they are not going on, life can easily come to a standstill. So the thing is, what are the 5 things that may or may not be bought by money that we normally do take for granted, probably on a daily basis? And if I mention one of those things that touch you, that affect you, chances are that you need to start taking time and making some appreciation and making some changes in your life. Stay tuned.
Welcome to the Life Signatures podcast with Lawrence Namale. Lawrence is a life coach, author, and keynote speaker who loves to tackle different topics on purpose, productivity, and resilience. His mission in life is to awaken all your boundless possibilities available in you. Life Signatures podcast is dedicated to bring to reality every single person who knows that deep down in their gut, there's got to be more to life than this. And now, here is your host, Lawrence Namale.
It is instructive for us to start with a recap here. Yesterday we did talk about health. Sometimes money may or may not buy health. And in situations where money may not buy health, you find that it is very instructive for us to have been taking it not for granted. You find someone is on their deathbed or someone is on their sick bed. Let me use that word. Someone is on their sick bed and they have all the money in the world. That's metaphor, is not necessarily real, but they have disposable income with them, but they are on their sick bed, and you go visit them. You don't have much money, and you are healthy. They look at you and they say you are a wealthy person. The point is that without your health, it is impossible to make your wealth, and therefore sometimes we do take this health thing very, very shallow, and yet it is one of the most important things. Money may or may not buy health, but it is very important that we don't take it for granted. The second thing that we may or may not be able to buy from money is purpose. This is deep. Money may or may not buy purpose, but it's very interesting to find people taking it for granted. Everybody has purpose. It is the reason for our being. It is the reason as to why we exist. We exist to serve one reason or another, one purpose or another. And for one reason or another, there is no one that can tell you that I don't have purpose or I am not a person of purpose. It is why we are here in the first place. And you can find purpose in your day-to-day living or in your pursuit of purpose in life with one direction, with your calling in life. And the thing with purpose is that money cannot buy it. You cannot splash money. There are these things that people normally in the startup world. They think that if you throw money on an idea, if you throw money on a startup, then everything is going to align itself with it. Seldom is it the truth. It's not the truth at the end of the day. Money might not be able to buy your purpose, but should always celebrate your wealth. You should always celebrate your purpose. When you pursue your purpose single-mindedly until it starts churning out money, you can always be sure that you will have enough money in your family to release your children to focus on their purpose other than just to eke out a living. Sometimes we get so much immersed in eking out a living and trying to make ends meet, which has its place, by the way. Every single day it has its place for us to make ends meet. It is instructive for us to make ends meet. We are supposed to work in order to make ends meet, in order to feed, in order to clothe, in order to pay bills and so on. But it doesn't stop there. It's not supposed to stop there. If you are only doing that for the rest of your life, then there's something that you've lost. You've lost purpose. And purpose is important. For the seeker of purpose, they will find purpose. But for those who are feeling like this is just a life of survival, this is just a life of aching out a living, sometimes, by the way, we can be boxed in with life, boxed in with distractions, boxed in with seeming impossibilities, boxed in with hardship, boxed in with stress, so much so that we don't have time to think about purpose. So what do? We go on our way and we start just doing things as they come and just fulfilling all righteousness, and we live in such a way that we are like an animal in the jungle, we're like an ant in the sun, we're like a bird in the air, no purpose, just existing. We take that for granted. We take the reason for our being for granted. See, you might be jobless and have no time with you. Perhaps you're struggling to feed yourself and your family. However, if you have purpose, celebrate it and use this trying time to dig deep into your psyche and to cement your purpose. If that's the only thing that you're having at the moment, you don't have any other thing to show for life but your purpose, but the things that you're passionate about, but that what means to you. Don't take it for granted. Do you know how many people out there have so many seemingly what's going on in their lives, but they lack purpose, they lack direction, they lack ambition, they lack passion in their lives one way or another. Now that you do have it, and it maybe has not manifested life, it has not manifested anything, it has not manifested money, so to speak, don't take it for granted. Don't throw it away and walk away from it. I see very many people trying to, go here and go there, trying to make money from this place and make money from that place and leave this and leave that and so on, ostensibly to look for money. That should not be the most. What did Steve Jobs say? He said when he got his billions, he said money is not the most enlightening thing that has ever happened to me. And you can only say that when you have the money. But when you don't have the money, it feels like it is the most important thing, the most enlightening thing. It's like what that scripture says, money answers all things. It's like, if I have money, I'll have an answer to purpose. If I have money, I'll have an answer to health. If I have money, I'll have an answer to love. If I have money, I'll have answers to relationships, and so on and so forth. It might not necessarily be the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth. The thing is that if you have a semblance of meaning, something that matters to you, something that you are passionate about, even though you do not have money at this moment in time, don't leave it, don't drop it, don't take it for granted, don't just leave it there and go away saying that this thing that doesn't have money, and you go and look for other ways of making money. It is important, of course, to make money. It is important to make ends meet. It's important to survive. It's important to pay bills. It's important to have peace of mind that comes from the result of knowing that your bills are covered, or you have the wherewithal to cover your bills for the desires that you have, for the needs that you have, for the wants that you have in life. But that's not the most enlightening thing in life. The most enlightening thing in life is to find meaning, to find purpose. So when you found it, when you have it, and it's not paying you, don't dump it. Find other ways of getting money, of course. Find other ways of making ends meet, of course. But keep at it. Don't take it for granted. Let me tell you yesterday. I'm going to say it again. When you are on your deathbed, when you look back, one of the biggest regrets you're going to see is the purpose you didn't pursue, or the purpose that you knew and you took it for granted. You might not have known the full extent of it. It might just have been some feelings, some direction, some passion. It was not refined, so it wasn't crystal clear to you. But you knew it and you didn't pursue it, or you just thought, no big deal about it. When you look back in your life, and that's the biggest problem, we don't have the opportunity to look back in our lives. But when you do look back in your life, on your deathbed, you will see that the things that you pursued to make money were not as critical and as important as the things that you should have pursued to fulfill your purpose and your mandate and the reason for your existence. So don't take your purpose, however vague it is, don't take it for granted. Tomorrow we'll look at another thing, but until then, bye-bye.
Thank you for listening to Life Signatures Radio. If you enjoyed today's show, subscribe to Life Signatures Radio on iTunes, Stitcher, or visit our website at lifesignatures.libsyn.com. Life Signatures Radio, fresh, clean, and inspiring.